Hi, it's me. Today I want to show you how to make the work as a teacher easier at school with the learning platform Lo-net. So let's see what's going on there. So here we are. Today I try to help you in English, as you can hear, to present or to explain you how to use this so-called learning platform Lo-net. First, how to get there. If you open your search engine like Google or that one here, just type the name. You see Lo-net2 or Lo-net2. This is enough. And then you can see this green symbol here, or this is what you have to click on. So and then you are on the main page of the learning platform Lo-net. Actually, you should scroll down and change the language into German or English as you like. So we will do and try English. First of all, I want to show you or explain you shortly what is actually Lo-net. So you can run the entire school by one digital system like Lo-net. So the administration, the students, the parents, and especially the teachers can join Lo-net and make work at school much easier. Normally you have already received a password and a login name for your personal Lo-net account. Actually, your login is the same like an email. So you can use your Lo-net login as an email address. So we will try to log in now, and I will act like being a teacher doing this the first time. You see here on the right there is login. Click on login. Then you have to type your login or email address. So today we will use testlehrer, and you received your password, and once you would press the button login, you will see that you have to click and allow, or you have to agree on a kind of contract. You see that you click here twice, then you have to press login, and then you are, or there's a request to change your password. I have done this already, so it's not here on the screen, but you have to do it. It's a must, otherwise you can't get access to Lo-net. Okay, so I think now, or you have to imagine to do the same like me, then you will see here the main or intro page of Lo-net. You see your name here, what is testlehrer, and you have an overview. In the future you will see here your classes you are teaching, the groups you are in. In German we call that Fachschaften. And you see here the messenger, if you get any messages from your colleagues or other departments of your school, or if there's an important appointment. So the calendar also sends you the most important appointments or dates you shouldn't miss. Okay, so the first what you should do is to change some settings. If you are using the browser Firefox, you have to allow you have to disable the pop-up blocker. I think it's here on the right where you find your settings for add-ons, and you have to allow the add-ons for the web page of Lo-net, otherwise you will get some problems. Next, when you're here in private, stay in private and scroll down. You see here settings. Click on settings. This is a must. Do this in the beginning And what you can see here is external services. Click on external services and you should type here your external email address. Why is that so? I can explain you in the next tutorial, but just to give you a short answer, Lo-net sometimes need to contact you in urgent cases, even with your external email address. So do that, and then next click on that button, functional range, and change the settings. Internal links should be shown, and move table rows by drag and drop. So then press this button, save. Okay, so far you have done the most important settings, and then I want to give you now a really short overview about Lo-net, because there are so many different tools, so many opportunities for school to use it in school, and that's why we will have a little series explaining Lo-net in the future on my YouTube channel. So you see here, this is mainly important private institution, and if I click on private again, you have to imagine, or you have to know that everything what's here in this category private is really private. So this data and these files and whatever, this is only visible for you. So if you scroll down, you see the tools the administrator has allowed for teachers so far. So you see these tools are only for you private. If you click on institution here, you are in the school. If you imagine we have now our digital school, you are in this school, and all the tools here are for the school. For example, if you press on timetable, not timetable this time, calendar. This is the school's calendar. If you click on data, or where is it? Let me see, web page, forum, task, messages, file storage. So this is our old so-called Dropbox. So you see, or you will see in the future, all the important data stored here in these files. Okay, not too much details, but always think about that you have the chance to use Lo-net private with your private data, your private calendar only for you, and your file storages and your messenger and so on. So it's just private. If you're in school or use Lo-net in school, or you want to prepare things for school, you have to click on institution. Okay, I think that's clear. And now just I want to introduce or to show you some important tools you would definitely use or need if you are working with Lo-net. So first you see, or not first, you see here my groups. If you are a member of a Fachschaft or another group, you will see where you are in. For example, here it's Deutsch and so on, consultation hours. These groups, you can use them, for example, to communicate with your colleagues, to organize your most important papers for teaching in German or whatever. So it's like a digital Fachschaftsraum. You see here, right, my classes. This is, or these are your future classes you might use. If I click on that, you see here 8A, this is one class, and once you click on this, you see the class teacher, and you see that the class even has different tools. So these tools, all of these tools are only for the class. For example, the timetable, or you see here the file storage. If you click on the file storage, you see this is only for the class 8A. So to make it clear again, in Lo-net you have your private things, you have your stuff for school, and you have your stuff or tools for your class. So this is really nice, especially for one tool, the calendar. I told you in the beginning we want to make life easier, and if the entire school is using Lo-net, you can combine many things. For example, the calendar. So the calendar is used by the administration, the teachers and the parents and the students or the class. For example, if you have a private appointment, you can go on your private calendar and type it there. If the headmaster or someone from the administration has a appointment or wants to set an appointment in the main or the school's timetable, he can or she can do it. So, and the class even can set an appointment in their calendar. So 3 calendars: school, private, class. And the nice thing is all these appointments are unified in your private calendar. So I won't click on private calendar again because it's really private. So that is really easy, and this is really a big advantage for a school. You don't have to search anymore for all the appointments you might miss. So it's basically unified in your private calendar. Okay, next. As a teacher in the beginning, of course, once you are in Lo-net, you have your data from the old Dropbox, you have your calendar, and you should also have your timetable. So press on the tool timetable, and you see here you can add now your private or personal timetable by clicking on that tiny pencil here, and then you can choose a color for your subject. For example, French, and the teacher is Miss B, and then once you save, you see here it's French now. So this is only for you, okay? Going back to private, by the way, I always click on the top buttons here. You see you can do the same here on the left. Okay, so in the end, we are almost in the end of this short tutorial. I want to introduce very shortly a tool. This is actually worth to make an extra tutorial for. It's a Kurslet. So mind that we are an institution in the school, in the digital school, and you see here Kurslet. This actually is what a teacher needs in school for his or her students. Like, here are some already prepared worksheets, and let me click on it to show you, because it's much easier to see instead to understand why Mr. Peter Quill is talking in his terrible English. So you see here, edit. Click on edit, and you see here's nothing. So, oh, there's something. There's already a tiny worksheet. So if you want to do a new worksheet, press on New Kurslet, and you have to give a title. Let me write the German subject Erdkunde. Press on Kurslet, create Kurslet, and then you see here there's the Kurslet Erdkunde. Okay, now you have to press on edit Kurslet, and you see here this tiny writing new page. Click on new page. So, and that's what I mean. You see here are, like, I don't know how to say that in English. It's already like a kind of frame where you can easily create your worksheet for the students. For example, you only want to have a worksheet just with text, or text with a video, or you want to have a multiple choice checkbox, or you want to have something for learning vocabularies, or whatever and whatever, or a cross riddle and so on. Like once you have to decide which kind of worksheet you want to use, click on it, save. So, and then you see here, this is the interface for your worksheet. So here all of this is explanation, and then once you scroll down you see here what you have to add in, like a headline explaining the students what to do, a picture, and so on and so on. And once you are finished, you save and close. So and then Lo-net shows you an overview about your text. In this trial it's a gap text with a picture, but you see now there's nothing in here because we haven't finished it yet. But in one of the following tutorials I want to explain how to use this Kurslet tool in detail. Once you have finished, you have to send it to the students, and then the students, and this is really nice, once they are in Lo-net, they see, oh my god, there's a homework, I have to do that. And you as a teacher, you can see that. You can see when they were online and what they were doing, and they can't tell you the stories anymore. One thing, when we change the room, we are going in our classroom, then you see that you have the storage, and students, and this is really nice, they can upload their homework you have sent them, and then you can control or check or correct the homework from home. Of course, you know, and this is obviously, you can use Lo-net for very different situations in school, but this is like too much for this tutorial, and I'm going to explain it in one of the next tutorials. So in the end, just let me show you very shortly what else is important for Lo-net. Once you are inside on the platform, you can use in the future resources, and you have the chance to, for example, to make a reservation for a room, like for the computer room or media room or whatever. So you don't have to go in the office and type your name and do stuff like this. It's much easier. You can do that from home. Another great advantage is also when you are sick or absent in school, you just can send your substitution material to your class by going in your digital class and store your substitution worksheets in the fitting folder. And once the students are online, they see, oh my god, there's a substitution worksheet, and they can type it down on the board or however they should do the substitution work. Okay, that was my first very short introduction for Lo-net2, and I thank you, and I hope you understood most of this in my terrible English. Okay, that's it. See you soon on Lo-net.